Welcome to part 2 of making a Paul Rand style image in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and make this image the size that we need it. So first I'm going to crop it using the crop tool. I will just grab this and bring it in. Looks good. Okay, great. And now I want to make this a 6:9 image overall. So I'm going to go to my image and image size, and I'm going to make my width 6 inches and hit OK. So that's going to shrink the entire image down. And now I'm going to go to image and canvas size, and I'm going to change my canvas size. I'll change my units of measurements to inches. I'm going to make my height 9 inches and hit OK. Great. So now I want my background color to spread all the way across this. So I can go ahead and, with my background layer selected, I'll hit Command T for free transform. I'm just going to stretch it up to the edge of the artboard there. Great. And my girl, she can be a little smaller. So I have these images all linked. Oh, I don't have my phone linked. So let me go ahead and click on that chain link there. Now we have them all linked. So I just selected those all by holding down the Shift key and hit that link. Now I'm going to hit Command T again to do free transform on her, and I'll just shrink her down by grabbing the corner of the bounding box there. There we go, perfect. And then I'll hit return to commit to that. Great. Okay, so if I was an illustrator, I would use my pen tool now to draw some cool shapes, to make some Paul Rand inspired shapes, but it doesn't work quite the same as it does in Photoshop. It doesn't work quite the same way as it does in Illustrator as far as having a lot of control up on the strokes that you have there. The stroke options are very limited in Photoshop. So what I'm going to do instead is draw a black box. So I'm going to grab my rectangle tool here. I'm going to bring my black to the foreground, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer to draw on. So that's here. And this is going to kind of frame her. So I'm going to go ahead and click and drag to create this box around her, but I'm making it much larger than she is. So right now in my appearance section of the properties panel, it says that I have no fill, and I have a yellow stroke. So I'm going to change this to having no stroke, or I should just change my stroke color to none, and then change my fill color to black. And there we go. So then I'm going to turn this into a kind of wonky shape by using my direct selection tool. This is the white arrow here. I can click off of it and then click to select one side. Yep, that's fine with me. And I can kind of do the same thing on this side, and I can pull this in a bit. Okay, so that's cool. But now I need to be able to see my girl inside. So let me turn my opacity down just for this step so I can see her. Cool. And then I'm just going to use my lasso tool, my polygonal lasso tool, to click around her, but not crop too much off. Like that. Oop, about there. I can kind of cut up into this hand a bit and go further out there. And that, good. So now I have a selection. I still have my rectangle selected. If I hit delete, I'm going to get this error message that says that I need to rasterize this layer first. So I'm going to hit OK. Let me turn my opacity all the way back up again to 100. And you can do this in your layers menu, or I'll just show you a quick trick. You can right click, or if your mouse doesn't allow you to right click, you can hold down the control button and click one time. And that's going to bring up all the right click options, and you can choose rasterize layer. So that's also available up here in the layers panel. There's rasterize about halfway down there. Okay, so those are two ways to do that. So I have my rectangle selected. It's been rasterized. Let's hit the delete button, and it's going to delete where that selection is. I can hit Command D to deselect. So now I have my girl in this funky frame. And now let's go ahead and make a few more shapes. So we can do it the same way using the rectangle tool. Or if you'd like, oops, sorry. Or if you'd like to, you can also make a new layer And you can draw these shapes with the pen tool just like you would in Illustrator. This way might be a little faster. And I would go ahead then and make that a shape, and I would change the fill to red. I lost it here. Shape. There we go. So I just changed that in this drop-down menu in the control panel, and I'm going to change my fill to that nice bright red that we used for the phone. Get rid of this bizarre default yellow stroke, and I'm going to drop that layer behind the frame. Oh, there we go. And it appears, okay, there we go, cool. And let me use my pen tool one more time to do another one down here, or if you'd like, you can make an arrow or something. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm not on the right shape. Let's go ahead and make a new layer there. That's why it was giving me that error message. And you can make another funky shape. Great. Change your stroke to none. Change your fill to the beautiful red. And drop that shape behind the frame. And there you go. You got your Paul Rand style image.